So in addition to sorting, you can also use filters. So we'll pick up from the table we're using in the last lesson. And let's say we want to just forget about these sorting options here. Just reset it. And now we can go to filters. And with a filter you can only see certain bits of data that you want. So for instance, we can add a filter here on column B and say that the rule is we want the text to be equal to, or is, Apple. And when I hit return there, it's going to filter the table so I only see rows that have Apple in column B. Notice the row numbers still reflect the fact that there are many more rows. We have 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So it's skipping over the rows that do not match our filtering. You can switch filters on and off very easily. So for instance, if it's important that you only see the rows with Apple in here every once in a while, but other times you see everything, you could just use the switch here to turn off the filter and then turn it back on again. You don't have to recreate the filter from scratch. You could also add more rules to the filter. So let's add that column B text can also be pair. And let's set it that instead of matching all filters, which no row is going to be both Apple and pair, match any filter. So now any row with Apple or pair is going to be shown. So you can see now we see all those rows there. You could do filters with a whole bunch of different things. So you've got text and is or is not or starts with, ends with. You can also do numbers, equal to, less than, greater than, all sorts of options. If you're using dates, you could do things like is in the last month, or it's exactly a date, or before or after dates. Durations, greater than or equal to, things like that. Even blank to say, don't show me blank cells or show me all the blank cells from that row. So if you have incomplete data, you can always say, if the cell in column B is blank, show me those, and then you might be able to focus on them. So you have lots of different things that you can do for setting up these filters and then using them to view your table. So we'll switch off filters and then we'll go to format here. Let's add one more row and then we will do a footer for that, and I'll do a sum formula just like we've shown before. And you can see the sum of all these numbers is 53. If then I go to organize filters and I turn on the filter so I only see apples and pears, I still have the total of 53. It's going to include all of the rows, not just the ones that are visible. We'll look at using categories to get sums of only some of the rows later on.